Louise Minchin interviewed Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab on BBC Breakfast Today over the £2.6 million that was spent by government developing a new media suite in Downing Street, but viewers weren't impressed with the interview. Louise Minchin welcomed Dominic Raab onto BBC Breakfast Today as countries across Europe suspend the use of the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine and the government announced changes to its police, crime, sentencing and courts bill. However, it was Minchin's question to Raab on government spending in Downing Street that led to outraged BBC viewers heading to Twitter to vent their frustration. Minchin asked whether the £2.6 million spent on developing the media suite in Downing Street was an effective use of funds. She said, "Just briefly, I'm sure you will go to it at some point. Downing Street has got this new briefing room. £2.6 million. Is that money well spent? Look, it's not something I'm responsible for, but I do think that making sure we communicate with the public is very important," Raab replied. "We saw that in the press conferences that the Prime Minister and other senior ministers, myself included, had. Making sure that we can communicate directly with the public is something that I'm sure they welcome, and making sure we can do it in an effective, coherent way is very important." BBC Breakfast viewers were infuriated by Minchin's line of questioning and took to Twitter to comment. One remarked, "BBC Breakfast, how can you question the government over a £2.50 million media suite when you pay Lineker and Ball the same amount every year? Both could be replaced and no one would even notice." BBC Breakfast a bit rich this morning. That cost of media room at Downing Street criticised when BBC Sport pays Gary Lineker and others over £1 million per annum, but will threaten the old and poor with court action if they fail to contribute. Defund BBC to end this disgrace, another said. While a third wrote, "BBC Breakfast, the bigotry of Louise and the BBC who complain about the cost of Downing Street press conference studio, when BBC Breakfast studio cost many times more and also paid for by the public."